I wonder for my overhead setup if I should just do... I've been trying to avoid not doing it, right? For the workbench. If I should, like, just have the, take the Canon camera and then just use that. Or... Oh, I have the Handycam. Maybe I could just use the Handycam. I mean, that was the whole point of the Handycam. I can't find a Handycam, everyone. It's somewhere in my house. Again, when I moved everything out of my old setup for the stream, there is a lot that's still sitting there. That was a mess of cables. I'm not joking. Those cables I showed in the update video, those were for the stream. That wasn't like me trying to be funny. That was me being 100% serious. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend watching it. It is on my YouTube. It is the last main video on the channel. The last actual upload was a Sven co-op video, but main videos are edited videos. Like, videos that have had actual, like, time and effort put into editing them down. That's a main video, just so we're on the record for that. So when I say there's going to be a credit sequence for the main videos, it's for those videos specifically. But yeah, where were we before we got into the part of the run where I actually had to, like, lock in? So yeah, through various circumstances, I've had to come back to streaming. It's not going to be as much as it was prior, because I need to kind of ease back into it. I also need to kind of lock in with content creation. I think the biggest issue with my prior schedule was I could not actually devote as much time to content creation as I wanted. Which, considering that you kind of have to do, like, edited content alongside streaming, if you want to be, like, pretty good at content creation, the problem is I like editing my own stuff, right? I like editing videos, so, like, while I could get someone to edit it, like, there's no satisfaction for me having that, you know? At some point, I'm gonna have to do that, but, like, there's an actual, like, you know, neuron activation from editing your own content, just, like, getting a good sequence down, you know? Nothing like it. In fact, I'm probably going to have to actually get to the point where I have to edit other people's videos. Like, actually lock into it. I need to test with someone else's footage. That's the thing. But I want it to be someone that agrees to me doing it. I don't want to just take someone's, like, stuff and make an edit out of it. I want to, like, you know, go the full way with it. Like, take like 2 hours and try to get 10 minutes worth of footage out of it. Would my style of editing work for other people's contents? Because I like, the big thing with my content is that the video itself is essentially like its own character through the editing. I know a lot of people don't really think about that in terms of how when they like edit videos, but like I think the editing itself is as much of a character as like the personality in the videos themselves, if that makes sense. All right, gotta lock in. Oh. Ugh. Need to note to people, had I taken a death dare, that would have had to been a reset. I was on fringe health. Very fringe health. So yeah, maybe after I test some footage, like test editing someone else's footage, maybe I will actually commit to actually having a VGen for like video editing. I think the big thing is I need to figure out if there's a way that I can actually consistently get a fast wraparound time for videos. Because really, I should play to my strengths that I'm good at, which is video editing and, well, not to the same degree as some editors, but like, you want like not super duper complex stuff, but like a good, nice edited down thing. And also like music. But that being said, I haven't even released music of my own for like payment, so you know. Yep. I'm gonna have to grab another ginger ale out of the fridge. That'll be on a reset. I just have to lean back. That's so true. Ginger ale. That's right. I love me a good ginger ale. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You hit the edge of the screen and you can cause the blast to, like, follow you. The grenade launcher is what saves this as a speedrun, in my opinion. Like, the prior world record, because again, well, the current world record, because I haven't verified my run yet. The current documented on the leaderboard world record uses the machine gun, I believe, through most of the game. And I did during my run. Ah, damn. We're gonna commit to this. This is why we don't pick up this weapon, by the way. But yeah, that weapon is very good. I love that weapon. It is very nice. Very quality. Does mean, though, I have to absolutely value it as if my life depended on it. And right now it definitely is. I might have to go back to the health thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go pick up health. I'm not gonna make it. Okay. Let's try that again. Hopefully this means I won't have to pick up the one halfway through the next one. Oh, I'm gonna have to at this rate. If I time the shots right, I can get through most of this next section without having to go for the machine gun. No, I'll just go for the machine gun. Very nice. If I can just time those shots right, I can just skip having to worry about the dumb bullshit in this level. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Ugh. Some of you that were here for the earlier run may know why that was a bit of a butt clencher. Yeah, had I been into that with just one, or like half of it, I wouldn't have survived. All right. All right, I'm just gonna fire when they fall down. That way I can get kind of consistent hits. There we go. That's fine. That. All right, I'm just gonna deal with the barrage. There we go. Boss fight. All right, locking in. That's Hans Gruber's brother. In the movie. Not joking. I mentioned earlier, but like the first boss is actually the original villain in the book that the movie's based on, which is Nothing Lasts Forever, which is a sequel to The Detective, which was a movie, also a movie starring Frank Sinatra. So McClane's character is called Joe Leyland in the book, and it's the same character from The Detective. I think that's a faster cycle, or like a faster level. Not even joking, I think that's faster. Anyway. All right, time for hell. If I make it past this, we almost certainly finish this. I just need to not fucking die. Okay, I gotta slow down. I know you're thinking, oh, you should pick up that flamethrower. No. Not worth it. Not fucking worth it. All right. I'm not looking at chat for the rest of this, by the way. We're in the zone now. We're going to attempt to be in the zone, auto zone. All right, gonna pick up body armor. So I found out you can take the bottom route, right? And you get a grenade launcher for your troubles. And it still leads up to here. Yep. Just gonna pick that up. It's just gonna make this part a lot easier. I do need to go up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at. Had a brain fart for a moment, but I know where I'm at now. That's the exit. Thought there was a health pick up there, but no, I apparently forgot. All right, final level. You will believe a man can shoot a helicopter down with his fist. He can't, but it would be funny if he could. Okay, yeah. One of these is, yeah, that. I need that. Oh, I need that. I just need to keep going. Keep going. That's not the exit. That's not the exit. That's not the exit. That is. All right, here we go. Final fight. Quite literally as simple as just stand here and continue firing. And then you jump up and down with the doodads are going. Again, it really is that trimple. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stand here, see if I can get a bit more shots in. All right, I'm gonna ignore that. So I think during the secondary phase, which is when it's shooting the rockets, I can move freely. I think that's gonna be the play here. So during this part where it's shooting just the fireballs, I need to stay still. When it gets to this part, I can just go at it. Okay, yeah, that's the play, because that dropped three items in one go. Yeah, that is the play. I might actually beat the time. It's once it's done fading out. I think that's a record. Hold on. I think that's a record. That is a world record by a minute and 18. Minute 18. All right, so we know what to do with level 10 is first phase, you stay still. Second phase, you shoot at it and just move with it. Because as long as you're jumping, the things won't hit you. Oh god, I have to get back to there, though. Smooch. An ode to joy, if you will. By the way, technically, this is just a completion of easy. If I was to hit run here, round 2.